Hey, welcome to another episode of Real Men Real Talk Nashville. I'm your host, Wayne, my co-host, Icon, Uncle Dwight, and my man, Daniel, sitting around talking about what men talk about. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell to get, that thing. Hitting on our topics, we sit around talking about, Uncle Dwight, what you got for us today? Our angry black militant man.
Midterm.
If
you don't have the enthusiasm for midterm like you did during the presidential election, there's going to be some shit.
I don't know.
And it's just going to be laying the work for 2024 for you know who to come back.
Well, I cheated on all my midterms, junior high, high school.
We're not talking about that midterm. We're talking about voting.
I mean, but Biden is his approval rating
Of course,
it's going down with the ship.
Of course, because you still got the party politics going on.
I mean, he got some laws that's coming that this.
Yeah. It's just like when you look at the budget. They keep going back and forth.
You talking about the national budget?
The national budget, raising the debt limit.
Oh yeah.
All this stuff.
And the killer part about it, a lot of people don't know. If we default on our loan, we're
right. We screwed.
You think shit bad now?
We are really screwed. Which
I mean, they extended it, but still in yet. I mean,
the first time we went through this,
but let me ask you this.
back during President Obama's, our credit rating went down.
Do you think that this is going to be another, I'll say, United States episode to our climate change as far as our way of living?
Yeah.
Because we've been tested in so many different ways
already
on how we respond to certain things, and then this debt crash. I'm really worried about if this is going to be another some kind of another fallout that we already been experiencing with other stuff.
The middle class has been diminishing because that upper top level gets richer, and instead of the middle class prospering, the poor class expands more and more.
So do y'all foresee?
And it's not going to make it any better.
Well, the middle class is basically now the lower class.
It's kind of hard to separate
the middle class is now the lower class. You gotta look at the housing market and also with the housing market and the employment rate they're not matching. Even with goods, everyday goods like groceries, clothing, all these, and then even with electric. Gas, day-to-day necessities that we use and we have, our income is not even, it used to at least match it to at least give or take.
And
what,
the impact
20%, about 20% with the pandemic. I said pandemic. The pandemic. Yeah, it's gone down to now the daily.
Can't even get the bail on time.
Average income now is what, 10% of barely just making it.
Yeah,
just barely making it. So
you look at the average everyday worker. They work two jobs, one full-time job and one part-time job to make ends meet.
Yep.
It used to not be that way.
Because once you too used to.
I recall when I was a young adult, one household on a regular income could live pretty comfortable. And it's just gotten from I would say the mid-70s, and it's just gotten worse and worse since the years past.
So, what would you think would be the cure to that?
Raises.
People get out and vote. And I'm not talking about number 45 people. I'm talking about the real everyday people that it really counts for. The people that have been quiet need to get out and vote.
I'm talking about the local government.
I'm talking about it works from the local government on up to the top.
I think voting is part of that, but I think also the other part to that would be that we hold the ones we put in office accountable.
That's the
when they ain't doing what they promised to do, hell, you get out there and protest.
This is Mandatory say
if you promise
been sold a dream.
Right, if you promise something and 6 months you been in there and we ain't heard
we ain't seen nothing,
right,
ain't touched nothing.
You get out there and protest their ass.
It's not going to happen overnight. It takes time. But in order for it to happen, you have to have a certain percentage of your folks in office.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but even if you have those certain folks in office, you gotta hold them accountable.
But how much more time do we have to give?
You gotta hold them accountable because when you
this
put
shit
your trust,
didn't happen overnight, and it's not going to get fixed overnight.
Anytime
but
you
when
put
you
your
don't
trust,
vote, it sets the shit back.
I mean, we can vote, but when we get those people in there, they gotta be held accountable. We gotta hold them accountable. If you promise something and a whole year you get in there and you ain't done nothing you promised, then that person.
When you get a midterm, the people get lackadaisical and don't show out and vote. That's the problem.
But that's the thing. If you vote them in, you get the person you want in. But then they get in there and don't do nothing. As always, thank you for showing up and showing out real talk Nashville. I'm your host, Wayne.